welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hit that red subscribe button, be a part of our family, and make sure you subscribe. I've missed you guys so much, and I'm here to talk about the long-awaited thing that has been surfacing on my TikTok. Something that we've been talking about for almost 2 years now, and we've talked about on my channel with you guys. And if you guys follow our TikTok live, which you guys should definitely follow us, because we're on there every single day and we want you guys to be a part of our family as well. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Patrick and I had our son almost 2 years ago. Sad face, he's gonna be 2 in August, and we had a very emotional and dramatic birth. If you haven't seen that, link down below. Definitely go check out how our birth went. If you guys also don't know that I have a daughter as well, she's 6. Her birth was also very traumatic, and I had a stillbirth, so let's be honest, my births have never been okay. But my kids are here. There's 2 of them that are healthy in here and 1 that is in heaven, unfortunately. But if you guys don't know, I was a single mom for 3 years, and then I met my loving husband. When I met my husband, he did not have children, and we had talked about always wanting a child. We tried very hard for our son. It didn't work, and then we got pregnant. After having my son, my doctor told me that I would not be able to have any more children, and that if I did, the risk of me dying or the baby dying was a big, great risk. After having our son, I got an IUD placed, and that is a whole nother dramatic story that has been awful. So I got the IUD placed. It was an experience. Recently, I found out that my IUD is Caputo, nowhere to be found. Yeah, and I have internal bleeding, and it could be from my IUD placed somewhere, so I'm going for a bunch of tests. So that's that. So COVID happened, and if you don't know, we had talked about this before. My husband had been booked for a vasectomy, and COVID happened, and they weren't doing vasectomies, so that went out the window. In November, we rebooked the appointment because COVID started to slow down, and we got COVID. I got COVID, and my daughter got COVID, which meant that my husband couldn't go to his vasectomy because we had COVID. So again, back on the waiting list to get his vasectomy. We had been talking through those months about maybe not even getting the vasectomy after we had found out the last time that we weren't getting it. And we were added to a list, and it was like a 2-year waiting list. We had thought maybe we want another one. We were willing to take the risk. We were going to meet with our doctor and talk to him if maybe we could have another one. Recently, I met with my doctor to find out about the IUD and the problems that I've been having. And he basically told us that it's probably not for the best interest because of my heart to have another baby. So we just talked about staying abstinent and not having intercourse, which comes to the next thing. I was out picking strawberries. As you guys know, it is strawberry season, and I was out picking strawberries, and my husband was out with me, and he got a phone call from hospital. At this point, we're very worried because his Mimi is 100 years old. We didn't know if something had went wrong, but nothing had went wrong. It was actually the doctor calling to see about getting him into Windsor to be faster for him to get a vasectomy. Of course, we jumped on this opportunity to get a vasectomy, and we had booked the date. Last Friday, my husband had a vasectomy, and we'll get into that in a couple minutes. We booked the appointment, and it was kind of a depressing time for me because we only have 2 kids, and we're supposed to have 3 in our home. We're supposed to have, our home is supposed to be open and everything like that. It's been very hard, but we thought for the best interest, he needed to get the vasectomy because I didn't want to have him choose between if he loses me or the baby. I would ultimately want him to choose the baby, and I know that sounds selfish. I didn't want to put my husband through that. So, with that being said, Friday we went to our vasectomy, my husband's vasectomy, and we had an appointment. We were to be there at 12, and we arrived early. I wasn't allowed in. My husband went into his vasectomy. my husband went in and had to wait. He was the next in line. He's texting me. He laid on the table and they gave him 3 shots and then began cutting. At this time, my husband was not even frozen. So my husband's obviously screaming at this point because it's like horrible. The pain is just awful. After he's done, he looks at him, he says, all done. And my husband got to eat a cookie and juice and then come home. I was in the parking lot waiting, and so I picked him up. He was walking a little funny, but he was good to go. It is now Tuesday, so we are doing really well. The first 2 days, he was in so much pain. He didn't do anything. On Sunday, he went to the movies with my daughter and my family. I stayed home with the baby, and he was in immense pain. The recovery has been very well. He does have medication for pain. He hasn't really been taking it, just using ice packs, and he has to sleep on his back. Basically, how I'm feeling about the vasectomy is, yeah, I'm very sad that we got a vasectomy, and that like we won't have any more of like our own, but you have to do what you have to do, and I don't want my husband to have to choose between his wife and a baby, and that's pretty much it. So right now he's just recovering. He's actually out right now working, and that's pretty much it. He's doing really well, but I wanted to catch you guys up on that. And yeah, I hope you guys like this video. If you guys would like to see a sit-down video of my husband explaining his side of the vasectomy, we can definitely do that. Like this video, and I'll see you guys again, and make sure you guys subscribe. See you in our next daily vlog.